Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whatever time y'all watching this. If y'all watching this live, man, this is Marquis Walker, man, from the THHC podcast. Yo, we just waiting on the guests. We just wait. While we waiting,
Yeah, vibes is crazy on this one, man. I just want y'all to vibe with me.
just want y'all to vibe with me, dog. Just want y'all to vibe with me, dog. We about to vibe with Numbz. Start playing and SP. Oh, they go SP. All right, let's start this show. Let me get my co-host over here real quick. SP, what's good? You got the hello? You hear me?
Yo.
What's going on? You got the glasses. You got the tone lopes on today.
Yeah, man. I got my ass kicked at work today. Well, I went to work at 9:45 last night, and
Yeah.
I got off about 2:45 this afternoon.
I'm sorry to hear that, man.
So right now I look like somebody was kicking the shit out of me on the regular.
Oh my goodness. Well, we got our guest here. I do want to invite him in so we can talk about some new releases. I don't know if he listened to any of them, but we're gonna also, of course, break down his album. This is the THHC podcast, episode 78. Numbz, man, one-man band, review with SP and the artist, of course, Numbz, aka Numbz Music. SP, man, great project, right?
Oh man, it was so dope.
It
was so dope. The production was so serious.
Let's get the man, the legend. Like when I first met Numbz, man, aka Derek, got so many names now, right? I met him as a podcaster, and then we was in that podcasting realm together, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And that was great, and I was watching him from afar, and I started talking to him and Vaughn. And then eventually, I found out he was a rapper. I'm like, what? He's a rapper? Like, this dude's full of surprises, right? He's rapping like, oh, well, he's a good rapper. Wow, this is great, right? And then, like, all of a sudden, like, out of the blue, he starts producing. I'm like, yo, who is this dude? Who is this guy, man? So, introduce it, man, to the show, man. Welcome, man. Not a stranger to the show. Numbz, man. What's good, man? How you doing, brother?
I'm good, man. I'm blessed. How you doing? What's up, SP?
Oh, chilling.
Chilling.
Really chilling.
I hear you.
What's
going on? I'm good, man. I'm blessed, man. I'm feeling good.
I know you're excited about this project, man.
Yeah, I had a good time making it for sure.
I can't wait to talk about it. But just real quick, I know it's Friday. We always talk about new releases on the show real quick. It ain't gonna be fast. It ain't gonna suck up your time.
Nah, you good.
I don't know if anybody listened to any new albums today, but bear me a chuckle if you have. I listened to Vince Staples. I listened to a little bit. I actually do like this album. A lot of Vince Staples has been kind of not so, but I think I like this album. I'm gonna go back to it. Billy Woods, and I listened to it once. I probably get he's a strange MC. You know what I'm saying? He's a authentic MC. Somebody that you either like or you don't, or you gotta maybe like study him or something.
Right.
But I've been trying to get into his work. I'm not gonna lie. Anybody listen to Vince Staples or Billy Woods so far?
I didn't. Vince is on my list. When I get some time, I'll probably play that when I get in the gym. Billy Woods, I hadn't heard about until today. I heard the first 2 tracks, and it was kind of like, it was strange. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so I didn't really get in.
It was strange. And I was like, what's going on type of stuff. Shout out to Furious Styles. What up?
What up?
Shout out to Derek's wife, Maria Levine. That's your wife, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I got it this time. The first time I interviewed, I was like, who's that? Shout them out. But yeah, man. The next couple albums is Real Bad Man. He's a heavyweight producer. He doesn't put out too much, but he does put out quality work. On High Alert, he got a lot of various MCs on it, so go check that out. Number 4 is number 5 is Wet Leg. Don't even ask me why I got that on there. If you look it up, you can go, why is Marky listening to that? I got conned into that. Something I listened to, and I'm like, oh my God, what is this? But number 6 is Fivo. Is it Fabio, right?
Fabio.
Fabio Foreign with Bible. Did y'all listen to that?
No.
It's
You
trap
know,
music. It's you know.
as soon as I turn it on and I hear auto tune, it's immediate. Oh, fuck that.
Already?
You know, after the T-Pain era, I was just done with auto tune. Once Lil Wayne forced his suckage on me with that horrible auto tune, I was like, you know what? Fuck you and Kanye. Y'all can just bite me.
Tell them how you really feel. You know what I'm saying? We got Brian Levine in the chat. What's good, people? We got Miss Levine say hi. And we already got people laughing in the chat already. Here we go. I know it's SP. It ain't me. SP shout out to Randall Connor. And the last one was Paul Wall. I haven't heard him in a long time, and he got an album with Terminology. I listened to a little bit of that. It's not bad. It's not bad. I probably have to go back to and check it out.
Paul Wall is so underrated.
He's okay. I like him. Yeah, he's good. He's good. He's a good producer. He's a good MC. Like, I mean, I don't know. There's nothing wrong with him.
I love Paul Wall.
Yeah, I like Paul Wall too. You know what I'm saying? He just hasn't been out in a while.
What? Yeah.
I ain't gonna. I slipped up on him then.
Sometimes he can go a little N-word crazy. And I think that that kind of, but that was back in the day. I haven't heard him do that in a long time. That was back in the day when, you know, that he was with the homies. So, but he haven't done it in a long time. So I think people had kind of got turned off by that.
Yeah, eventually. Let's get into this album, man. We gotta listen, man. Yo, hey, first of all, Numbz, thanks for coming on the podcast, man. This is the THHC podcast. That's about 78, man. Numbz, one man band review, man. I was looking forward to this, man. I'm glad SP is here with me, joining me as well. SP, you want to start off by saying anything before we get into the tracks and start breaking it down? Numbz is familiar with it. We're just gonna go around and start breaking it down, man. Get into it, man. Have fun.
So I've been looking forward to this too, mostly because I wanted to meet Numbz, and I shit you not, Numbz. I can't see worth the fuck, and I'm too sorry to go and get glasses. So I can't see y'all's avatars. So I don't know what none of you motherfuckers look like.
Are you serious? I thought you were just joking with the eye. Are you serious?
Hell no, I can't see shit.
Yo, man. Only on this show, man.
And I found everything holy. I thought Numbz was white for a long time.
Oh,
what?
What is it? Clint Billsby? What's the Dave Chappelle?
Clayton Bigsby.
What's wrong with you?
I'm serious. It's so bad. I've been calling one dude Queen. I called him Queen for about a year before I actually made his picture really big.
Yeah.
And I saw that it was a dude.
Yo, oh my, yo. SP, did you smoke some before you got on? Yo, all right, let's get into the album. Let's break it down. So it'll be me, SP, and then you, Numbz. We want to see if we got that feeling, the same feeling you got, man. I'm pretty sure we were similar pages, man. Speaking of pages, we're gonna start reading from my pages. Numbz, one man band, April 4th, 2022. 22 minutes. I'm like 22, 20. What's going on? I don't know if that was that it was no intention on the 22, right? Nothing like that.
Nah.
Okay, I was like, yo, 22, 20. I'm like, yo, what's going on? At first, I'm like, nah, he won't do that. All right, so number one, one man band produced by Numbz Music, no other than yourself.
Yes, sir.
one of these tracks that sounds like it's brewing like Boston. I have to take your line, you know what I'm saying? Numbz the MC put in additional bars on this prison, you know what I'm saying? Setting the tone for the project. The way you came in, I could tell you was like, yo, I'm about to set it all. I'm about to, you know what I mean? Like I'm about to get in here and let people just know, you know, who I am as a producer and an MC, and I can do it. Was SP. Where were you at on number one? One man band. SP?
The first thing I put was Tokyo shit then.
You know what it is? Like I say this, and I've been documented saying this, like the intro is so important because every time you drop new music is somebody's first time listening to it. You know what I'm saying? And like you just ran off 6 different albums that came out. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know, I put Billy Woods on. I heard the first 2 songs. I'm just like, I can't do it right now. You know, there's so many things. Now I'm gonna go back to Billy Woods, but I always assume like when somebody hears me, you know, I gotta set the tone. I can't say, hey man, come to, you know, I'm gonna warm it up. By the time you get to number 4, you're gonna be into the album. Like I don't have time for that. You know what I'm saying? So I always make sure, you know, the opening beat is fire. I make sure the opening lyrics are fire, and then you know I like to set the tone for the project. So that was kind of like, yo, this like, you know, I started, like I showed y'all the pen game. And I was on the producing. You know what I'm saying? Just to let y'all know kind of like where I was with it. And you know, so I always think that's what I was thinking, man. It's time to set it off, basically.
Yeah, I listened to it and I was like, oh, he finna be rapping. I'm like, this is finna be fire. So when I just settled in. I say, this is gonna be the best 22 minutes of my damn life.
Yeah, that's always the plan for sure.
I like that. I like that description. You good with the description? That's on number 1. You good, SP? Or number 2?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Let's go number 2.
Number 2.
Then it goes. Then it's like, okay, this dude's going crazy. Hold on. So number 2, Jersey's Finest featuring Patty Honcho. These birthday Jersey boys rep more than their city. They rep the hip hop culture on the boards and of course on the MIC. Shout out to Mr. Authentic, you know what I'm saying, aka Patty Honcho. What's going on, SP? Number 2, dope track. Dope.
I was like, look at them staking their claim. That's how you supposed to stake your damn claim on your city. Act like you know who the hell we are. I was like, this is some shit. Jersey Finest, you goddamn right. Say that. Yeah. So I was just talking shit the whole time the album was on because y'all was talking shit and I was talking shit right along with you. I was the amen choir. You said what? Yeah, I enjoyed the shit out of that. I was in the car and I was driving and I was like, oh, they talking. I pulled over and I was like, you talk. I know the people that was going by was like, this bitch is crazy. I was just talking to myself in the car. I love that track. You and Patty complimented each other so well.
Yeah.
You sounded like Jersey. I felt Jersey in the song. It was so dope.
Appreciate that.
What's going on with number 2? Numbz, let us know about number 2, man. After that song. I
think for me, I want to say that's probably the first song that first or second song that we actually recorded. I mean, Patty Honcho's like he like a younger version of me, man. Like that's little bro for real. You know the backstory. We share the same birthday, both from New Jersey, and Patty's young, but he's like an old head. You know what I'm saying? If you know Patty's story, like he grew up with a bunch of older people, you could tell in the sound. And he's Jersey to the core, man. So I wanted this to be like an anthem. So, I put it out as a single, and Patty did his job. Like I sent him the verse. And then he's like, you know, I got you. Sent it back in a couple days, and the rest is history.
Yo, we love it when y'all collab, man. We know y'all got more heat coming. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
So
yeah, yeah, for sure.
That's already a given. You know what I'm saying? The Twitter family. Oh man, I'm loving it.
Yeah.
Number three, beats in the bars, man. You could have said it, you know, better, right? Churchful and Joe track that carries Numbz to add more bars to his quality discography. Numbz stands out as a different cloth, man. So you know when people rappers say they got that different cloth, you got a different cloth, man, and nobody can you know what I'm saying, sew that up. You know what I'm saying? SP, man, what you got for number 3?
And for me, I know you leaned into the bars. For me, I leaned all the way into the beat.
Oh, okay.
That beat was just fire. And I just turned it all the way up. And I just vibe. That whole song was a vibe. I love that beat.
Appreciate that.
That beat said everything. You could have remained mute, and I would have still loved that song because that beat was so dope.
Yeah, I know what you mean. We know what you mean.
Like for me, with this song, it was just like, all right, well, you know, now you're on track 3. You know my discography from before, and even if you don't, you know, it's crazy now because some people know me as a producer, and they're like, "Oh, you rap too?" Like I've been rapping forever. Like I'm just starting on the production side, but you know, I wanted to let people know or give an opportunity for people to know. Like if you just know me as a producer, like I does this as a rapper. If you know me as a rapper, like yo, I produce, and you know, at a pretty high level, I like to say.
Yeah, and I'm loving it, man, and we're gonna get to those. I got mad questions on your production, man. Oh man, yo, just like you. It took it took you like I don't know 25 hours to get just as good as these producers were listening to out here. It's weird. I don't know how you did it. I don't know if like you got struck by lightning, got your powers. You know what I'm saying? You can tell us later how you got your powers. You know? What I'm saying?
Yeah. I gotta.
Or you can keep it a secret. You know what I'm saying?
Nah. We can get into it later on. Nah, that's cool.
But number 4, man, one man band. We got an interlude in here, man. You kind of snuck something in there, throw some rhymes, and like you know, put on some more bar work on us with an interlude. Loving the sounds coming out the speakers. Quick but pleasant 16 interlude, man. SP, where you going with this interlude?
It just continued the vibe for me. You know, when my speakers love it, I love it. And my friend, I was sitting out in front of the house and I was listening to the album, and when this interlude came on, he was like, I'm finna drop 16. You know, I was like, please don't drop 16.
Yo, I'm dying, dog. Excuse me.
Yeah, you made them want to come out and rap, and they not even rappers.
That's dope.
What you going on this interlude?
For me, like you know, I ain't gonna sample snitch on myself, but you know, this I sampled this from one of my favorite artists, and like the beat was a little faster than I normally, you know, use, but I just rode the beat. It was something I wanted to show my versatility with the flow. So I kind of rode the beat on that one, and I finished it. And I, you know, initially I wanted to make it a song. I was like, you know what, let me just get mine off and be done with it. I think, you know, a lot of times MCs are like, yo, I need to put a hook here. I need to put a hook in. But with this album, I was more like, you know, if I don't feel a hook, then I'm just not gonna put a hook. You know, it's my art. I'm gonna make it as it is. If I feel like it's done, if I feel like it doesn't need more bars, I'm gonna leave it as is. You know, and it ended up being one of a lot of people's favorite tracks on the album, and probably, I mean, it could very well be my favorite beat on there too. Yeah,
because you know it's funny because like I think we were talking about was it on your show or something? I watch so many podcasts. I watch all our podcasts, and then sometimes they kind of intertwine with who had what guest on or what happened, right? But I know we was talking about I think it was on Cash's joint. Don't Sleep on the Couch podcast. And I think he had Jamal Johnson on, and he was saying about, yo, how do you know? Like, what are you doing? Like, you wasting beat. Like, what are you doing with these little beats interludes? Sometimes those are the hardest ones, or one of those. What are you doing? So, like, I felt like that with the interlude. I'm like, yo, is Numbz doing the same thing? Like, what's he doing with that beat?
I'll tell you what the crazy thing is about that beat. I made that beat probably the same day or the day after I made the one on Black album, that Bow to the Man joint.
Mm-hmm.
And like that was one beat. I sold it to Black, and I was like, shit, I had kept that. You know what I'm saying? But Black knocked it out of the park. So I wasn't mad at it. But that was kind of like my redemption beat, because I was like, yo, I gave this one away. So it's kind of similar in fashion. I sampled it from the same artist, different song.
Okay.
I kept it drumless. So I needed to find a way to redeem myself. So I made that beat within the same day or the day after. So I felt good about that. I wasn't giving that one away.
All right, that's what's up.
Yeah, you know, it had to be a great beat for people in Texas to like it without drums.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because you know, that's normally my thing. Put some goddamn bass and drums and shit in here.
Put some boom bap on it, right? Some stank, some boom bap.
Yeah, you built such a vibe with this album that I didn't want to let it go.
Yeah, and I know a lot of people, you know, Farious, he's in here too. Farious is like, yo, I can't believe you made it so short. Like he wanted so much more. But like,
you know, when Cash just said it. Cash just said it in the chat.
Right.
Those damn interlude, like, yo, that's like right on point. I'm telling you.
But I'd rather people feel like that and they feel like, oh, you could have cut that here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, if it's too long or something like that or whatever.
Right. And I ain't want to, you know, I don't ever want to force bars on the track because I feel like it's not too long. I mean, if it ends up being 16 or 20 or 8, whatever it is, what it is, I'm gonna do what I feel on it.
Okay. You know, that's what's up, man. It's dope, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's part of the record. It's part of the conversation now. You know what I'm saying? So that's right. What's good. You know what I'm saying? Yo, vibe with me, man. Yo, listen. When I heard this track, dog, yo, man, this took me somewhere, man. I don't know where it took me. I don't know if I was on an Aladdin goddamn carpet, but I was somewhere, man. I was in the stars, man, with this one. I like this vibe with me, man. I was really vibing with it, man. I really like this track. One of my favorites on the album. This beat took me somewhere right away, man. Numbz music is grilling, like forming on the production. You know what I'm saying? I'm vibing with both the producer and the MC Numbz, man. Yesterday's price is not today's price, baby. Let's go. Then you charging for them beats. Start charging for them goddamn beats, man. Let's go.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that song was I was in the whole mood.
Yeah, it gives you a mood.
Yeah, you vibe through this entire album. First, I was amped. I was like, oh, they finna just light our ass up. And then all of a sudden I was like, okay, let me go make me a Mai Tai and sit on the lounge. It is not always easy to change someone's mood in the middle of a damn album.
Right.
And you did that. I loved it.
And that's like, you know, the first half of the album, I would say, was more like, you know, mellow. And that's why structuring the album and you know, sequencing the album is so important too. So the interlude was placed there because I was kind of like halftime, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, we went with Vibe With Me. And normally when I record, like I didn't have a hook for Vibe With Me initially. I had the verses down. And I just kind of freestyled the hook because as you can hear it, I just want to show you. You know what I'm saying? It was just like, it was a vibe, truly, you know. So I just kind of freestyled the hook and, you know, tweaked it as I was working through it. Whereas I normally have the whole song written. And I was just kind of like, I want y'all to vibe with me. And I was just, you know, kind of did it in my head. And it's probably, I would say, like, you know, that's the song that most people hit me about. As far as like, yo, this is the one. Like, this is the go for sure. you know.
Okay.
So it's not necessarily my favorite. My favorite can change daily, but you know, it's definitely the feedback I got in general.
Yeah, so my hip hop radar is on point. I'm not saying it's like you said, like tomorrow I could be listening to something else. I could be saying, yo, I like Jersey's Finest or One Man Band Interlude, or I can go to For You. You know what I'm saying? On some lovey dovey stuff. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it vibes with me too. But that for some reason that track, it's just a track. And then the whole, of course, the song too, you rapping, but that track kind of like, it's just like you know, like you can just listen to instrumentals.
Right.
Like if you was to take these and put it on an instrumental album, then sell that too. That might be a good idea. But like, you know what I mean? Because your music you can ride to, and that's an honor for it to be, for you to be able to ride to it and like listen to it with a rapper. You know what I'm saying? At the same time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, man. So speaking of number 6, man, let's get it into it, man. Number 6 For You, man. The Love Record, man. I'm loving the Love Record, man. I'm telling you, man. But you know, it's like this is your LL record, so you know, I always have to go back to that. But you know what I'm saying? Numbz, aka Derek. I gotta call you Derek, man, now, because it's the Love Record. So your wife, you know what I'm saying? So poured his heart out on paper, and now to the world, man, to his wife, man. It's gonna be on, you know what I'm saying? Digital, it's in the clouds, baby. It's in the clouds. You know, you're getting extra love now, baby. You know what I'm saying? He paints a world, a picture of bright colors, and brings meaning, you know, to his life, you know, with these words. You know what I'm saying? So you're painting like a lot of colors. And I see you bringing meaning to not just this record, but to you know, to further on you know, just the strengthening of your marriage and your relationships in general. SP, where you going with number 6, man? This is one of my favorites too. Like I said, I could switch over and I'll be on this one all day.
Yeah, you were so flowery and poetic with your description, and for me, I was like, I know this motherfucker ain't had to take the trash out for a month after this song.
Yeah, I want to say something crazy, but I'm like, I know it's white, so I can't say it.
I thought this song, I was like, oh, I know she loved this song because
she did.
I love this song. And you wasn't even talking to me. So I was like, well, shit, if I feel like that, I know damn well he got some kudos. Because I was like, high 5, you did that. I love that song.
You just got an extra long hug. That's all. It's PG, you know. It's PG.
Yeah.
Since he don't swear and he don't curse and he don't say the
like
word,
he ain't took no trash out. He got free dishwashing for a while, you know.
No doubt. It's crazy. Like this one, like this song almost didn't really. It almost didn't make the album because I started writing it to a different beat, and then like when you working through this type of song, like you still got to make sure it's still lyrical. You got to make sure it's like not super cheesy. So it's kind of like, and you have to make sure it's meaningful at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not just rapping about anything. So I wrote it. I wrote it to a different beat. I was stuck probably like after the first verse, and I was just like, all right, well maybe for another project, I start making a new beat that it's on now, and then like I wrote the second verse, probably within like 10-15 minutes. You know what I'm saying? I was the one. I made sure I matched the like the BPM up with the old beat so that I wasn't like forcing the flow on there. And it worked out. I mean, you never know what you're gonna get when you do that type of record. As far as like feedback, I really didn't care. I knew she would like it. And I played her the album. We were driving down to the Chris Rock show on last Saturday. We were driving down to the show, and I played the album, but I skipped it, so she didn't even hear it until. So I'm like. I'm bugging her. I'm like, yo, you heard the album? You heard the album? And then she's like dragging her feet about it. I was like, here, listen to this song. So I played the song. And then like, when it's, when it mentioned her name, I took the headphones away. And then she's like, whoa. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
nope.
Yeah. So she put the album on from there. That's a fact.
Oh, here she go. She said, for you, favorite track.
Yeah.
That's her. You know what I'm saying? That's her favorite. That's his wife right there in the comments. You know what I'm saying? That's a shout out to.
I don't blame you. It's one of my favorite tracks too, and he deserves steak. Just saying.
He deserves steak. Yo, my stomach. Yo. Let's get at number 7, man. Walk or By, man. Song transitions are hitting on this project, along with the crisp, soulful, and butter beats from Numbz music. I can't be as cute. Is that your daughter's doing the Numbz music?
Yeah, for sure.
Can't be as cute as her, but that's dope. I love that on there. And this is just another follow-up beautiful song, kind of transitioning into from the For You record. I like that. I like the way you position this record and this whole album and stuff like that. SP, number 7, Walk on By.
That's a thing about Numbz. I've noticed, and I've always loved about the way you put music together, that everything is sequenced so perfectly. I am never pulled out of a vibe, like snatched out. I'm always eased from track to track, as if you are guiding me on a journey. And that is how this played for me. So it's I love the way you put Walk on By. It was well done, because I was all in my lovey-dovey feelings, and you didn't snatch me from that. You eased me on, and I love that.
Right. Yeah, so the Walk on By was similar to Vibe With Me in the sense that you know, with the hook. And I think, I talked to Abel Mary about this, and it's like if you're working on like complex rhymes, I mean, not that you have to, but like everything can't be complex. You can't have like, the multiple entendres in there and then have like a, wordy hook. Like it's a hook. Like you got to give the listener a break. You know what I'm saying? In a sense. And the hook's got to hook people in. That's why it's called a hook. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's just kind of like, I don't do the fake vibes. I just walk on by. I just walk on by. Everybody's on that. Like, I don't do the fake love. I don't do the fake vibes. Like, if I feel that, I'm going. That's more time I could be with my family, my friends, or whatever the case is. So, and as Peter, what you're saying, like structuring is like so important. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I put For You number 2, it doesn't have the same effect. You know what I'm saying? Like, you put that right, although you have the same, 8, 9 songs or whatever you do. So, my process is, as I'm recording, I got a big board, I got a dry erase board on the wall, kind of like where I do my beats. And, initially I list them, just in the order that they're complete. I put them in a SoundCloud list as I'm working through the album. And then I take a good day or two, fully. I take to structure the album, man. It's important. Like, you can have the same 8 to 10 songs, if they're not in the correct order, like, it kills the flow of the album.
It's huge, dude. It's right. Huge, man. It's just huge, man. It's like, I mean, I was gonna compare this to something else, but let's get into the number 8, man. Dreaming, like this track too, like the way you broke it down and ended on this track. Project is writing its own reaction review just throughout, just with the titles and just with the music, just formulating people's opinions that is going to be good. This is a good project. Track is dreamy as Angelina Jolie's eyes. Numbz music brings substance and creativity to rap, man. Numbz music, man. I'm a huge fan. I've been a fan. And SP, number 8, man. How do you take us out, man, on this project?
He slid us out as easily as he slid us in. Yeah. However, I was like, I always love when an album ends and I have to pick up my phone and find out what the fuck happened. Anytime you pick up your phone, it's like, that's the last song.
Like,
what
yo,
the hell?
Man, yeah, you're like, yo, what the hell, dog? Like, yeah.
Yeah. So anytime you leave me wanting more, I know that the project was dope. So kudos to you. I really love this. I loved it a lot.
Thank you.
So much so that I worked at 16. I wasn't supposed to be here today. I told him last week I didn't know if I was going to come, but when he said Numbz, I was like, okay, I'll be there.
I appreciate that.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. I'm gonna say Numbz is on the show every week, so I can see SP. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So the Dreaming track, is like I tweeted it. Like I feel like my favorite bar run is at the end of this first verse. I tweeted it a couple times. I think like every once in a while you hit a moment and you're like, wow, like I wrote that, you know what I'm saying? I hit that at the end of the first verse. And just with Dreaming, like, you know, I just started producing in August. Like I bought the machine on August 2nd. You know what I'm saying? So like I've been rapping for a long time. So that comes a little bit, but like I think the thing with me, I've always, you know, ever since I've been into music and been into rapping, I've always been great at picking beats. I've always been somewhat like crazy, like inquisitive about where certain samples came from. I grew up listening to like oldies. Like my brother used to have all type of tapes in the house. So I've always been like, I won't say obsessed, but really intrigued with producing. And I always thought, you know, when I, you know, took a hiatus from doing music, I always thought I would at some point resurface as a producer. You know, Furious pushed me to get the machine because he was kind of like, as I worked with him, he was like, yo, do you produce now? And I'm like, no. Because working with him, like, you know, he tweeted it, like I broke down song structure for him. Like, obviously he's a dope producer. He knows how to make beats, but, you know, I was like, hey, can you move this here? Can you move this here? And he was just like, yo, you need to get a machine because you already know how to produce. You just have to learn how to work a machine. And I was like, all right, well, say less. And I was able, you know, I'm grateful to him. And I say it at the end because he was able to walk, you know, we've been through like hundreds of FaceTime calls, especially early on. And he was able to help me skip a lot of steps, save a lot of YouTube hours. So I think what he said was, it was just about me learning the machine. And, you know, I already know the samples I want to use. I listen to so much music. And it was just me getting good on the machine. And, you know, I mean, I could say this. I probably don't even know how to use. I probably know how to use 25% of the machine. To be honest.
What? Yeah.
So to be honest with you, like I see screens like online and screens even on the box that I've never even seen yet. So I'm just scratching the surface.
Don't tell me that, man. Don't tell the world that. You're gonna be more jealous.
I love to see my people fail up.
Yeah. So,
we don't often get that chance to fail up, and you doing that well.
Right.
Damn
Thank you.
Well.
One of my questions were, you got time for questions, right, Numbz?
Oh yeah, I'm good.
Man, SP, you got questions, right? I believe so.
Yeah.
Right? All right, so let's ask the first question, if you don't mind, because it kind of related to what you just came off talking about, Numbz, and it was Furious Styles. So I know you guys have Furious Styles and you and Abel Mary have a close relationship. Can you give us more insight on those two brothers and how they influenced your career and how they, you know, just not prior, but just not prior, but now as well. You know what I'm saying? Those guys are great guys, and I know you.
Yeah, I mean, it's fair. Like we speak every day. Like we got a group chat. The three of us in Cash have a group chat where we, you know, talk about stuff that we don't necessarily tweet. You know what I'm saying? So it's that type of group chat. Me and Furious, like I'm no kidding. Like we text each other from probably 7 a.m. to like bedtime, like all day. You know what I'm saying? Just about various things, family stuff, like wild tweets people put up, you know, stuff like that. And then Abel, like we're in contact all the time. Like we got a We got new music that we working on now. And Abel's just like Abel's just like a crazy inspiration because he's just like a next level smart guy that like how quickly he formulates verses. And I mean, so between him and then you add Cash, like Cash does so many things with the video production.
You did your album cover, right?
Yeah, he did the album cover. He produced the documentary we had. So between
I saw that.
between the four of us, man, we can take care of everything in house. Like if I get tired of hearing my own beats, I could call Furious. You know, if Abel needs beats, he could get beats from me, get beats of Furious. You know, Cash needs beats. So we formed like a band of brothers, the four of us, really. You know what I'm saying? It's been dope, all good, husband, family men, and all that. So I'm definitely on that type of time.
You know, you're gonna have to get like some type of a name, like an Avengers name. You gotta come up with a good name, man. Give us a name, man. Y'all better come up with something funky, man. And it gotta be on the next track. SP, what's going on? Your first question.
So you know, I'm one that always pays attention to the way people move.
Right.
Mostly because I'm a psych nurse, and it's just a part of my character now to just watch. I have watched the way you maneuver through social media. And even at times I've wanted to say, who the fuck is you talking to? Don't be talking to him like that. How do you manage to maintain your calm? Because, you know, at times my temper can get the best of me, but I watch you move and you move so solidly. How do you maintain your demeanor even when somebody is make you want to shake the shit out of them through the internet?
You know what? I don't really get in the back and forth with people. I see crazy tweets all the time, and I just choose to ignore it because, like, I don't know, man. I just think like time is so valuable. Like, I'm not going to use it to deal with a troll. I'm not going to use it to deal with negativity. You know, I'd rather just take it to our group chat, clown whoever it is, and be done with it. And that's kind of how I move. And, like, you know, if somebody's really annoying, man, ain't nothing for me to block them or mute them. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much what it is.
Nah, you're right about that, man. There's a lot of negativity on social media, man.
Oh, for sure.
And then you becoming, you know, like, you know, getting more and more fans, and then you might get a couple haters in the mix. You know what I'm saying?
It's all good.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people try to put, some people like salt in that Kool-Aid. I don't know, I just made that up. But I'm saying,
I don't mind that. And salt and Kool-Aid is good, especially with a good sour pickle.
What? I was just joking. Oh my God.
No, I'm dead serious. You put some salt in the Kool-Aid and then you get you a sour pickle. Nobody, well, y'all didn't grow up in the South, so y'all don't get it. But
my family's from the South, though. I never heard them talk about a pickle in a
yeah, same.
Yeah, you put salt in the Kool-Aid and you get a sour pickle, and it is freaking delicious. But
I'm gonna try it. I'm one of them.
I just have a hard time not calling stupid people stupid. So I've been trying to get that in check for a while, just because I watched the way y'all have maneuvered. I was like, okay, I don't have to go after every, you know, I could just ignore people. But right. I'm telling you, it is not easy, and you do it so well. So Thank you. Just wanted to say that to you. I love the way you do.
Thank you.
Let's get a little closer. But so Numbz, I know this album, I know you had fun on it. Tell us about the process of it, and how, if you have fun with it, and do you plan on having various more self-produced projects like this one in the near future?
Yeah, I mean, it's it's pros and cons to it. I would say the pros is, like, you get the beats exactly how you want it. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you're working with a producer and they give you a beat or whatever, and it's 95% how you want it, you take it. That's a pretty good percentage,
Yeah.
now it's kind of like, I'm like, maybe I can move the drums here. I can get it 100% where I want it. I would say the cons are like, as I'm working through this process as a producer, like, a beat that I did in November and recorded in November, and now I'm going through. Now it's January. I'm a better producer. You know what I'm saying? So now that makes me want to scrap a beat. So now I got to re-record the song because this will fit better with that. It's just kind of like it's kind of like when it's in front of you, you have so many options when you can do it yourself. And the pros is like you don't have to wait for beats. You know what I'm saying? You could work at your own pace. As far as am I gonna do more self-produced stuff? Yeah. My next project that I'm working on is gonna be all with another producer. So yeah. So now I'm just chilling. All the beats I'm making now, I'm either holding for myself. I have a joint project that tentatively at the top of 2023 with another dope MC on Twitter. I think gonna catch people off guard. So I'm saving some beats for that, see how that work out. But so so definitely got a couple of things in the works for sure.
I don't see you leaking that out, man. Nobody got you drunk or high before the show, man. You ain't leaking no information out, man. You gotta be tell us about all the projects, man, and what's going on this podcast, man.
All right, so I can tell you what's been public. See, the way I move too, like I see people, I see people talking about like albums they have coming, and like I know life happens, so I don't want to be talking about something and then doesn't happen. So I don't promote my stuff until it's cleared. I don't promote my stuff till it's uploaded to the distribution, said we're good to go for this date. So I don't push my stuff or even talk about my stuff publicly until all that's done. Because like you start putting out stuff and then you got people like, oh, when's it coming out? Like I never want to be that type of person. As far as projects that I have planned, I have a fully produced album with Patty Honcho. I'm fully producing his album. That's going to be dropping on our birthday. It's going to be called 624. So he's working on that. I heard a couple of songs on that album that he did. It's just phenomenal. And I got an EP. I'm producing an EP for the Cleaver.
Okay, the Cleaver.
Yeah.
Wow, we all know who the Cleaver is. Shout out to the Cleaver.
Yeah. So we I got the beats to him within like a week or so. So I'm just waiting on him with the songs. And then I got another pop-up EP coming up pretty soon. I don't know when it's being dropped, but it's gonna be a surprise drop. I would say within the next month. And then next Friday I got a single with Patty Honcho and Abel that I'm producing. That's dropping next Friday on the production side. So
SP, what's up? Question,
yeah,
SP.
I'm feeling you about don't talk about the album until you're ready to drop it.
Right.
Rome, drop the album.
Oh no, she about to go on her trip. Oh Lord, here we go. This MC named Rome. She's trying to get this dude to drop an album for 40 years. I don't know what's going on. One of our favorite MCs. I don't know.
I know he's a perfectionist.
Right.
He's gonna, tick all the boxes, and I'm like, do it have to be mastered? Just at least send it to me.
Right. let me hear something.
I get so excited when y'all say y'all are gonna drop. I know people get excited for Benny the Butcher, but all of those people, but I get just as excited when you drop when you drop me a DM like I got an album coming. I'm like, all right,
Yeah, no doubt. So I'm the same way.
I get just as excited about that. So when people tell me they gonna have an album dropping, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, no doubt. So if I tell you I got something coming, it's already confirmed. So that's just how I move. And I just move that way in life. Like whether it's a new job or whatever, like I don't say anything until everything is done. Paperwork is in. I got a badge, everything.
Wait till you get that first check first. I got a check.
Right.
It's real. Holding in the light and everything.
Yeah, it's official.
But yo, SP was saying something. I mean, I get it, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think the culture is it's changing because of the lack of what's it called attention span. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, no doubt.
And not just not just that, but other things as well. But so my next question is leading to that is podcaster, MC, producer. What's next for Numbz? What's in your surprise bag? Are you gonna what are you gonna do next, man? For us, what you gonna take out the trick bag, the hat with the rabbit? What's going on? What other skills you got that you gonna amaze us with this year?
I want to perfect. I want to perfect the production side first. There's a couple artists on my list that I want to work with. So I'm plugging away in that, and I'm just working on music. Like, I'm 3 songs into another project already that I'm working on. And I tweeted it too. Like, I make my best music right after my album drops. So like, I've done 3 songs like within the last week. So it's just a combination of like, the energy from like the supporters, any constructive criticism, any type of anything as an inspiration at that point, or me listening to it and be like, all right, on this next joint I want to do this type of beat or stuff like that. So I'm just working, man. I'm just working. I gotta I'm at a point right now. I'm in like a zone writing wise right now. So I've been tearing a lot of stuff up recently. So once I get that going, I ride with it. Then I'll probably take some time off. So I can't really say, but always working though. Something.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. You also tweeted today, make the music you love and surround yourself with good energy, man. So we like to hear tweets like that, man. Keep them coming. SP, you got more questions? I know you do.
I really wanted to because I hear you, I heard you talk about changing the beat for your lyrics. As a writer, do you prefer having the beat first, or do you write and adjust the beat to your lyrics?
No, I write to the beat. So it's like when I'm getting, like if I'm making a beat, and I hear something, I like the beat dictate that. If a producer sends me a beat, I write to whatever the beat makes me feel. I have no clue what I'm gonna write to before I hear the beat. Like I have no concept in mind. I have no like I'm gonna do a song about this. Like the beat like truly dictates that. So it's the beat that's inspiration for me.
Dope.
Yeah.
Now the record that you got with your wife, you already got your kudos points, man. But I don't know if anybody noticed, but on I believe on the album 40, you referred to her as the GOAT, and then on here as well, you refer to her as the GOAT. That's dope, man. Like I've never heard anybody refer to their wife as the GOAT, man. Give us some more clarification on that, man. That your wife's the GOAT, man.
I think you think about I'm a huge basketball fan. It's like, if you can levitate the people around you, if you like the person that's like the glue person, whether like you hold everything together, you hold it down, you're you make a lot of sacrifices for certain things. Like, even for me to do beats sometimes, she's got to keep my daughter occupied or there's a lot of different things. So I think, you to go for that, man. I can't really tap in more than that, but when you get everything you pray for, and when you have a person that's solid and your relationship is easy, so to speak, I can't ask more than that. So that's the GOAT for me.
And I love you said easy, because it's often that people think relationships are supposed to be this roller coaster of an experience. And I've always said a relationship is supposed to be easy. It's not supposed to be hard.
Right. And every relationship has this thing, but I don't know, man. I don't even like to like to be. I don't really like to tell people how easy it is, because you know they be like,
Yeah, I've always said even when me and my husband were arguing, it was we never had any doubt that we were still the most loved people in the room.
right.
You know, no matter what room we were in. Yep. So I think that's so dope that you and your wife have that with each other.
Appreciate that. Same for you. It's awesome.
She also says you are the GOAT down there below, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up, man. That's the love, man. I appreciate stuff like that. That's what's good, man.
I don't want people to think I'm being too cool for school. I've literally been up 24 hours straight.
Nah, you good, SP.
We just worried about you. We don't want to. We just want to make sure you don't got no black eyes. You wasn't getting
I've been up 24 hours straight and work literally whooped my ass today.
I'm thinking like, yo, she got into some fights, man. Because SP, if you notice, Numbz, she got she speaks with a tone that might not be pleasant for some people in the world.
Nah, she good. She good with me.
Yeah, she good though. She good though. But I'm saying,
you know, I'm in Texas. Ain't nobody fighting.
Y'all all talk like that.
Yeah, you better give me 50 feet.
Uh-huh.
I know y'all all talk like that, man. Yo, man. So, how do you create with others now? Have you been in the studio with anybody yet since things kind of been clearing up? Not really clearing up, but have you? I know you're still doing a lot, do emails and stuff like that, and Zooms. And all that.
Yeah, that's kind of been it, man. The closest, like if I'm working with a producer, or I'm working with somebody on a feature, I do like to talk to them. You know what I'm saying? You know, be on the phone. Like it can't just be because I think you gotta have some type of connection. Like I said, like when me and Furious worked on it, like we FaceTime multiple times a day sometimes, and there's like it's not the same as the studio connection, but it's as close as you're gonna get. So no, I've just been working dolo, man.
Yeah, that's kind of it doesn't take away from your creativity, does it? I mean, it's gonna be weird when you start working with people. Maybe that's what you think that's gonna be affect your craft when you start working with actual people, like later on in your...
I think this is just part of the fabric now. Especially with social media. Like, if you're a big name artist, you could just fly out to LA on a whim, or fly out to Detroit, or fly out to Florida. I think when you're dealing with like an underground artist, like people can't just get up and move like that. You know what I'm saying? So I think a lot of times, I think this is just like part of the fabric. There's like a lot more music than big name rappers now. So, and then with social media, I mean, you could, you got people doing collabs with people in Australia and, stuff like that. So, I'm cool with it. I'm comfortable with it. I would love to like, be in the studio or be somewhere recording with a Bell Mary. Absolutely. Or, me and Fury's trying to work something out so we can link, even if it's just for a picture.
It's a handshake or a pound or it just I don't know. I feel like, of course, when you guys start bonding together more, like y'all actually start seeing each other and working in the studio, it's gonna elevate the craft and just get more better, like because y'all like together, like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Ultron, y'all can touch each other and give you know what I mean?
Right.
And, like really like have that energy in that same room, man, because the aura is really what's important, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no doubt.
Just shout out to you and King James for Maria because that shit is
insane. That's why I had to put it on there. If talk about the other projects, I just threw them down there. But we could talk about your discography, but it's quality. That's why I wanted to like throw it down and make sure people go out there listening to it. There's some new singles out there that ain't they hear too. And talk about SP. You just talking about Maria. That's a dope beat.
When y'all dropped that, I was like, oh.
Well,
they should be ashamed of themselves.
Well, it happened. It happened so organically. I mean, on King James and I, we already had a couple songs previous to that. We are in contact pretty much a lot. He mixed the album, so we've been like kind of working hand in hand on the project too. But like, it was a guy that Farius played the beat, and I was just like, this beat is insane, But anyway, somebody guy named Stag on Twitter, he put something under the comments. He was like, yo, we should have King James and Numbz on this. So I said, all right, I'm with it. And then King James was like, all right, cool. And then he texted me. And I was in I think I was in I was in Vegas at the time at for the Raiders game, and I was just like, he texted me, and I was just like, I'm with it. I mean, I wrote my verse in the room, like while we was waiting, just one of the times in the room, and he said he had the verse ready, and I flew back home to Jersey, recorded it, sent it over, and it was done within a week. So that was that.
I am so excited just to see what y'all are going to do next. It's sometimes, especially for people my age, we've heard it. Right. It's not much you can put in front of us that we haven't heard.
Yep.
True. But this generation of musicians, and I mean, from the 19-year-old Black Shadori to the 40-year-old Numbz, all of them, all of y'all are making me so excited to hear what y'all are going to come up with, because it was Rhymecology who teaches people how to write lyrics was making a point that, and I have been kind of making that point myself, that yes, it's boom bap, but even in boom bap now, it had all started to kind of sound the same. Even right. Though, the lyrics are dope, but the sound was kind of starting to be textbook. So when I hear you guys, there's always something in the production that's a little tweaked. There's always something in the verses that I haven't heard that before. It's always something just a little different with you guys that I am so enjoying, and I love to hear when y'all drop. So I just want to say I really appreciate what you do, because it has made me excited to hear new guys. Thank you. That doesn't happen very easily.
So appreciate that.
SP, man, you hit it right on the nail, man. From young to older. You know what I'm saying? I still think I'm young. You're younger than me, Numbz, so I still think I'm young. So you're still young lad. So but just a group of talented artists from various ages and cities and towns. You know what I'm saying? And states and whatever, countries or whatever.
Exactly.
Combining and and with positivity too. Working together and promoting each other's work, retweeting stuff. It don't take much, I think Numbz probably retweeted something more than any of my family and friends done in an entire, whatever, since social media came out. But I'm just saying, like, there's people like Numbz SP that probably, we got that circle. And we got an actual true energy and a true love and passion for hip hop. And it shows, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I love this podcast. I love SP and Numbz, man. But we're coming down to the end of the show, man. We're gonna promote, man. It's time, Numbz, man. Let's promote, man. Let's get it going, man. What you got, man? And say something positive to the crowd, man. What's good?
Well, you got my socials, Twitter at Numbz on the number 16, on IG at Numbz Music. And just in general, man, just do what you love. Do it unapologetically. Put good energy out. And I would just say, for people that are doing music, like, make the music you love. Like, I truly make music that I want to make. And if people will love it, then that's like perfect. If people don't love it, and you do want people to love it because it's your art and you put your time into it. But I'm always a big advocate, or I think there's a fan base for everybody, even music that none of us like. Somebody's got to like it. So it's about you finding your lane, but yeah, don't don't do what people want you to do. Like, make the music you want to make. Take criticism, but also, with that, be who you are, and just make the music that make you feel good.
SP, man, you already know, man. I think, I am the THHC podcast, but I think, of course, Derek, aka Numbz, and SP from the Powaful IMPAK Podcast, and Derek and Vaughn's The Greatest Minds Podcast. Y'all go subscribe, check that out, man. Get those numbers up, baby. You know what I'm
Appreciate
saying?
y'all. Yeah, appreciate you, man.
Yeah, hey, man. I'm a fan of hip hop. I'm a fan of you. I'm a fan of like just good music and people that love hop. I love the culture, man. And they're not just there to, like I think in one of your verses you said you're not really here for the money. You're here for the culture, and you like what you're doing.
Right.
You're passionate for what you're doing, and I see that in SP, and that's why I gravitate towards her. She probably sees it in me. That's why she grab. You know what I mean? We form these bonds. SP, man, take us out, man. Take us out. What we got?
So I'm running late I'm running late. So we have Confused Art dropping tomorrow because I'm dead ass right now.
You need to get some sleep. Why you say yeah? I could interview. I mean, oh my, I love her. I love her for it, though. You know what I'm saying?
But I want y'all to kind of look for. We've just taken a small time out on new interviews right now, only because we are building.
Yeah.
We are trying to build something that is beneficial to the artist. So it's right now I'm working on that. So I took a couple of weeks to take the time to make sure it's done right. But we still gonna be putting out content. We have some special surprises coming up, so y'all watch out for it, because Mother's Day is going to be something special. So y'all kind of keep an eye out for what we dropping. We got some of the best MCs you don't know, and you need to know them.
That's dope.
Again, in the Powaful IMPAK, man, y'all better go over there and subscribe, start playing. They got, it's like the best podcasts I be hearing, like of course the ones that that's underground like ours, but there's some of the best podcasts and the best people I've heard that are passionate about the craft, man. And hopefully we get our numbers up and we can co-host and cross podcasts and help each other out, man, like we've been doing, and continue the passion and the love, man. All right, guys, we're getting out of here, man. This is Boston. Yo, Numbz, man, stop playing. THHC podcast. You're always welcome on this show. Of course, the Passive podcast on Sundays. This is episode 78. Numbz, man, one man band, baby.
Yeah,
you need one man, baby. One man.
Thank you.
All right, man. We're getting out of here, man. Appreciate it, Numbz.
Yep.
Your family, baby.
Appreciate you, man.
All right, man. Love over 8, yo.
All right. Peace, HP.
Peace.